Welcome back in to Chat Sports, where we are live for the second Final Four game of the evening. My name is Nic Rohloff, live here with Jeffrey Cooperstein. We just witnessed UConn winning over Illinois and getting to their third national championship in the last 4 seasons. But we have a heavyweight fight about to go down in 15 to 20 minutes between the 1 seed Arizona Wildcats, West Region winner, and the Midwest Region winner, Michigan Wolverines. They have been two of the best 3 teams all year long, dominating from beginning of the year to the end of the year. And it is only right that these two meet for the first time this season with the right to get to the national championship game on Monday night against the Huskies. We'll be live for the entire game. We're live both on our Chat Sports channel and our Michigan Wolverines channel. And if you are watching from the Michigan Football Report, I'm sorry to tell you and disappoint you, no James Yoder with you guys today. It is Nic Rohloff and Jeffrey Cooperstein. James is actually on site in the building with his son and family watching Arizona and Michigan face off live. Hopefully, I can keep y'all entertained, and I'm going to try to play no favorites in this one. We're going to try to keep it even keeled down the middle, so don't hunt me on either side if you're a Wolverine fan or a Wildcat fan. But shout out your city for me down in the comment section as we welcome in producer Coop. We're probably tipping off here in about 14, 15 minutes. I mean, the timer said 8:11 Central, 9:11 Eastern time, but you probably got starting lineups to be announced after that by a couple minutes. So I'm guessing we're still maybe 16, 17 minutes away from getting tipped off in this one. Let me know where you're watching from. In our Chat Sports stream, we got Action Jackson. We'll get that super chat on screen here in 1 second. Marco Sports in the building from Web City. My first time seeing this different sport. Okay. Tyman in Ohio. Charlicia in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Michael in San Clemente. Shout out Adam, Douglas, Donnie in Michigan, watching on the Michigan Football Report. We got Fort Myers, Florida from GR. We got a lot of people in the building today. Should be a fun one. UConn, Illinois was a blast, Coop, but there's no doubt about it. This is the main attraction in Indianapolis tonight.
This is what everyone wants to see. This will do a massive rating on television. I think these are the 2 best teams in the country. Really, they have been all season. Michigan with a dominant season for the most part. Same goes for Arizona. You've got multiple pros on both sides of the coin here. Going to be a fantastic game, and I can't wait.
I mean, yeah, you really look at the season layout for these 2 teams. Arizona started with a bang, beating the reigning national champions and the eventual, even though they started off slow, number 1 overall seed, Florida Gators, on a neutral site game. They beat Florida in the opener. They end up beginning the year 21-0. They faltered over about a week and a half stretch in February, but then regained their footing late January, early February, regained their footing late February into March, and have just been dominant ever since. And you look at Michigan's side of things here, many people thought they were going to be good, and they come out of nowhere and light things up in the first week, Coop. I mean, remember what they did at the NIL tournament, I forget what it's called, the Players Era tournament, in November during Thanksgiving week. They trounced Alabama. They trounced Gonzaga. They just beat everybody. So these 2 teams have been dominant all year long, not only in conference, out of conference. It has carried into the NCAA tournament. I mean, I joked about this in our first stream today of UConn, Illinois, but Michigan has only had 1 really true half of what's going on with the Wolverines basketball, and it was against 16 seed Howard. They were only up by 5 at the break. They dominated St. Louis. They dominated Alabama. They blew out Tennessee. Arizona, on the other hand, dominates LIU, dominates Utah State, but even though the Aggies came back late, they still won by double digits. And then Arizona in the second weekend just took care of business wire to wire against Arkansas. Yeah, they were trailing at the half against Purdue, but that second half was no contest. Arizona blows them out by double digits. So these two teams, can argue, have been the best and second best team all year long in the sport. I know people will bring up Duke. I like Duke a lot. I did think these two teams were better because, let's just call a spade, the Big Ten and Big 12, significantly better than the ACC.
No doubt.
So more competition, more battle-tested play from these two teams. It's going to be a heck of a game today. I'm excited for it. We'll talk about keys to victory and prediction here in 1 second. But shout out to Goo Jackson with the $2 super chat saying, let's go UConn. Action Jackson having his Huskies in the national title game for the third year in 4 years. How ridiculous is it? Listen, we have no dog in the fight in any of these games. That in college basketball, really college football too, that a team is going to be playing for the national championship for 3 times in 4 years.
It's
we've
unreal.
seen Alabama football go on runs. We know the 2000 Florida Gators. We know the UCLA Bruin teams back in the 90s and the 80s and 70s. This is unbelievable what we've seen in the 2020s from the Huskies.
It is unprecedented, and if they can cap it off with a win on Monday night, we're talking about one of the great dynasties in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that the Huskies will be underdogs.
Oh, you don't have to think. You know.
Yeah. I mean, either of these teams are better than UConn, but man, if these two teams just beat each other up and they don't come correct against UConn on Monday, UConn will beat them.
Yeah, UConn's a team that Arizona's played this year. I don't think Michigan played them. I could be wrong. Let me check Michigan's schedule to make sure. But I don't think Michigan and UConn played. Arizona and UConn did. Arizona actually went into Stores and beat Connecticut. That was an impressive win. Yeah, Michigan and UConn did not play in the non-con this year. But this is such a fascinating matchup tonight. And before we get into it, Super Chat menu. Any Super Chat, claim your squad. We have no Super Chat from the Michigan side, no Super Chat from the Arizona side, but we got a UConn fan celebrating the win, as you should. $10, we spin a wheel for Rolly or Coop to take a shot. We didn't really do that in our first game. Hoping to take advantage and do it here in game number 2. $50, we do a beer bong, and every $100, we will do a beer bong. So that's separate. $50 Super Chat is a beer bong. $100 cumulative is a beer bong. Hey, maybe we get $100 Super Chat. We'll do a beer bong race. How about that? But as we get closer and closer to tip-off, who you got? Do you got Michigan or do you got Arizona? Type M for Michigan. Type A for Arizona. 92% of our live poll on the Michigan Football Report going with the blue. No surprise there. Kenneth and Cynthia leading the way in the chat. Same thing with Donnie. Now, on our main chat sports channel, we got Arizona from GR, Christian saying Arizona, Tie Man Arizona, Nintendo, Marco, Wasim going Michigan. 53% of our live poll is going with Arizona, so it's split on our main chat sports channel. Not surprisingly dominated Michigan-wise on our Wolverines channel. We're about 8 minutes away from tip-off, 5.5 until the teams get called to their benches, and then probably another 3 minutes after that with starting lineups to be announced. It's going to be a fun game. I am super excited. Nintendo Master's bummed that Illinois lost. Sorry, Nintendo Master. Now, I will openly admit, financially, it is really beneficial for me that UConn won that game. I will also make a statement that it is financially beneficial if Arizona wins this game. If Arizona wins this game, I will borderline win every single bracket group I'm in, and all of them for significant money. So I would be having quite a start to my month of April.
Rolly will be paying bar tabs.
But we are going to be very unbiased in today's game.
As we always are.
I just want a good game. That's all I want in life. And this is going to be a fun one, so let's talk about it here, Coop. These two teams, where do they win? They win inside. They win with their front courts. Specifically Arizona. Arizona's not a good three-point shooting team. But Montes Krivas, Toby Awaka, Koa Pete, Kurchenkov, you have these guys that are able to beat you inside. They slash. They have the 5th most points per game in the paint, 42.8. They have versatility in their front court defensively and offensively. They have 2 super seniors coming off the bench in Awaka and De La Rosa. This team beats you with a 7-man rotation. Sometimes they bring in an 8th guy, but they beat you inside. But how is Michigan? Where do they win?
Inside.
Oh, they win inside. Ade Mara, Yaxel Lendeborg, Morez Johnson. Those 3 matching up with Kurchenkov, Pete, Krivas, that is going to be an absolute treat. Now, where this game I think is ultimately going to be won, Coop,
I know exactly where you're
going.
going.
It's the backcourt. Which backcourt shows up? Because you have a unfortunate injury for Michigan. LJ Kaysen suffered a season-ending injury late in the year. He was a big-time player for him. But you've got a trio of guards in Michigan. Elliot Cadeau, the junior transfer from North Carolina. Namari Burnett, the senior who has played in many big games in the past. You have Roddy Gale Jr. You have Trey McKinney, the freshman, coming off the bench at times. Like those 4 bench members. Elliot Cadeau had an allergic reaction earlier this week, had to be transferred to Indianapolis separate from his teammates. Then you flip it over to the Arizona side of things. You've got a senior in Jaden Bradley. You have a freshman lottery pick in Braden Burries. And then, as I mentioned, off the bench, you have Anthony Delarosa, and maybe, I don't know if we'll get minutes, Dwayne Aristode tonight can be a difference maker as well. So I think the front courts match up so evenly. Krivas versus Mara, Johnson versus Pete, Kurchenkov versus Lenderborg. Like, those are just so equal washes to me that the game will be won. Which backcourt is going to be better tonight? Bradley and Burries, Cadeau and Burnett, or Gale, whatever other guard. And that's where it really rotates interesting for Michigan, because when you look at Arizona, they have their 5. They have Kurchenkov, Burries, Bradley, Pete, Krivas. And then they rotate in Awaka, Delarosa, and kind of see where things are hitting off there. But for Michigan, you have your front court 3 of Lenderborg, Mara, Johnson, and then you have Cadeau. But that 5th guy is always in rotation. If Roddy Gale is playing well, they'll ride him. If it's Burnett hitting his shots from deep, they'll play him. And then you can even see the freshman McKinney get a lot of playing time. So that's the fascinating thing. You've got your 5 in Arizona, and then you got your 4 in Michigan with that rotating 5th guy. Which one is the X factor? It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I'm excited to see how it ultimately plays out. We have over 160 people across both streams tuned in, yet only 20 likes on Michigan, 18 likes on Chat Sports, which is hard to fathom because we have 20 likes on the Michigan channel and 25 people watching, but 130 people on Chat Sports and only 19 likes. You can't have the Chat Sports stream being outliked by the Michigan stream with 100 less people watching. Come on, my Chat Sports people. Come on, hit that like button.
Big Blue's coming to play.
The Mays want it.
The Maize and Blue want it.
The Maize and Blue. The Mays want it. Hit that thumbs up icon if you're ready for the game. By the way, a lot of rumors about Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd potentially being the number 1 coach for the next North Carolina head coach at Chapel Hill. Tommy Lloyd just signed an extension this week with Arizona, so those rumors are gone. Now, Dusty May, by the way, although a large buyout, could be a target for the Tar Heels. Second season for Dusty May in Michigan, 62-13. And I will say, if you want to try to find an edge in this matchup, Coop, Dusty May has been to a Final Four before.
He has.
As a head coach just 3 years ago with FAU, when they got to the Final Four as the 9 seed, losing on a buzzer beater to Lamont Butler and San Diego State. So he has experience in the Final Four.
He absolutely does. And as we saw in the first game, experience absolutely matters. But I think you hit it on the head. It comes down to the guard play. Do you trust Elliot Cadeau in a presser situation like this? Or do you want like Jaden Bradley and Braden Burries, who have been an excellent guard tandem this season as well? I believe Bradley was Big 12 Player of the Year, correct?
He was Big 12 Player of the Year.
And he's been fantastic this entire season for the Wildcats, and I really do think that will give Arizona the edge in this game. So I would pick Arizona to win, but I do think that it's going to be a 40-minute game once again, and we'll see this one come down to the final couple possessions here.
Yeah, keep on hitting that thumbs up icon as we get closer to tip-off here. If you're fired up for the Final Four game of the night and the second to last game of the season in college basketball, well, if you don't count the crown, that is, hit that thumbs up icon and spam me if you're ready for the game, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know Cynthia, Kenneth, Douglas, Donnie all ready for the game over in Michigan football chat. We got GR fired up for the game here. Cope, as people spam those memes and we give some shout out, pick your winner and give a reason why.
I'm going to take the Arizona Wildcats, and I think it's because their point guard, is going to play better than Michigan's point guard. I think Jaden Bradley outplays Elliot Cadeau in this game, and I think that puts Arizona in a Monday night matchup with UConn.
I'm also going to pick Arizona. I'm going to stay in the backcourt, but it's going to be because of the true freshman, Braden Burries. Now, he's an older freshman. He's actually, on draft night, going to be 20.8 years of age. But Burries reminds me a lot of Derek White. He's 6'4", 205, so he's built. He's really strong for a true freshman, which is why that age comes into a factor a little bit here. But he can really shoot it. He can defend. Burries, if he's able to knock down some shots from beyond the arc early that can loosen up that Michigan Wolverine defense and provide an advantage for the Wildcats, the champions of the Big 12, both in the regular season and in the conference. Now, the Wolverines getting their starting lineup announced here, Coop. They won the Big 10 regular season crown, but did not win the tournament, losing to Purdue in that game just 3 Sundays ago. They will be going with a starting lineup that features Elliot Cadeau, Namari Burnett, Mo Johnson, Yaxel Lendeborg, and Adai Mara.
What a team they have. That front court has just been destroying teams all season. When you have a guy like Yaxel Lendeborg playing the 3, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And they're going to match up with Arizona's big men just as well as anybody in the country has this season.
I can't wait to watch Krivas versus Maramon. That's going to be so fun. We talk a lot about the guards in this game, Coop. Bradley, Burries, Cadeau, Burnett, McKinney, Gale. I really think you can boil down this matchup to so many different things. I can make an argument that whatever center plays better between the juniors, Montes Krivas and Adai Mara, whoever wins that battle between those two 7-footers, I think could win. You could argue that team wins the game.
There's no question. Like, there are so many factors in this game that can impact it one way or another, and there's just very little separating these two squads, which is why it should be just a fantastic display of hoops here.
Now, it is important to note, Michigan is the better three-point shooting team. Douglas has pointed out 3s beat 2s. Michigan wins. That is the one knock on Arizona. As good as the Wildcats have been defensively and on the glass and punishing their opponents inside, they are not a good three-point shooting team. They actually rank bottom half in the entire Division I level in both efficiency and volume. So it's a certain concern that begs to be raised. The Wildcats having their starting lineup announced right now. They've got 2 freshmen in Braden Burries and Koa Pete, 2 likely first-round picks, with Burries being a lottery guy. You got a couple veterans in Jaden Bradley and Montes Krivas. And then you have another wild card freshman in Kirchenkov. He's a freshman, plays well above his years. Not an NBA guy in terms of consideration right now, but certainly not talked about enough as a really impactful wild card that I don't even think Tommy Lloyd would have expected this year as a true freshman.
Yeah, he's played well above his means, as you said, and he's going to be a big part of this Wildcats team tonight as he's the first player to be announced in their starting lineup. I'm looking at Koa Pete as an X factor as well for this Arizona game. Pete, coming into the season, people thought he was a top 10 pick. I think his draft stock's been hurt a little bit, but he's still been a very solid freshman for Arizona this year. Can he come up big when it matters most?
I'll be intrigued to see how Arizona matches up with Michigan. You know Montes Krivas is going to match up with Mara, but what happens at the 4-5 or the 3-4? Are they going to match Koa Pete with Lenderborg and have those two, who are both 6'9", 6'10", built like a truck and can move both laterally and vertically at a high level, and leave Kurchenkov, who plays physical, but as an undersized man defending Mo Johnson? Or are they going to have Pete defend Johnson, who plays a little bit more inside, and then have Kurchenkov, who is a little undersized, to guard Lenderborg, but Lenderborg plays more in the perimeter and off the dribble, and have that be the matchup there? I'm fascinated to see what Tommy Lloyd chooses. Selfishly, I want to see Pete and Lenderborg go at it from not only an athletic standpoint, but an NBA draft standpoint, to see how those two guys potentially stack up, as both guys could be late lottery, early 15th, 16th, 17th overall picks. I'm intrigued. There are just so many matchups. Bradley versus Cadeau. And then you have Mar versus Krivas, Pete versus Lenderborg. I mean, this game is incredible. It's absolute cinema. If you're a college basketball fan, take away the two teams. Take away the jerseys. Take away the program names. Just look at the talent on this court tonight and the individual matchups. This is what it is all about. I am so excited for this game. I've been thinking about it all week long, and I'm glad it's finally here.
This is college basketball at its absolute best, man. I can't wait for this prime time Saturday night. Arguably the two best teams in the country all season.
I don't think it's arguable. A lot of people will mention the Duke stuff, but you look at the analytics, the Ken Pom, the quad one wins. You look at the offense, you look at the defense, the way these two teams have just blown out their opponents all year long. I think we're on a crash course. It's unfortunate that these two teams aren't matching up in the championship game.
Agreed.
I wish this was to crown a champion. But, hey, listen, UConn's a very worthy champion as well, and they'll be waiting Monday night for the winner of this game. Excuse me. Final opportunity to get your votes in. Who do you got winning this one, folks? Do you got Arizona or do you got Michigan? M for the Wolverines, A for the Wildcats. One last time, we'll ask you who you got in this game.
Type in my A's.
You're staying with the A's?
Staying with the A's.
Staying with the A's. 54% people saying Arizona in our chat sports stream. 92% saying Michigan in our Wolverines stream. Cookie Monster says, I got money on Michigan. I got money on the Wildcats.
You'll be a little more partial than our other college basketball host was when he had financial obligations.
Yeah. I can understand. He needed it at the time, but pretty rough. All right, here we go. Arizona is the home team because they were the number 2 overall seed. Michigan was the 3rd overall seed, although both were 1 seeds in their respective regions. So Wolverines are wearing blue unis, Arizona wearing their whites. Krivas, Mara, center circle. Coop, let's have some fun tonight, folks.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
What a cinematic view from up top as the tip is won by the Wolverines, and Cadeau will be guarded by Bradley. We have Pete on Johnson and Kurchenkov on Lenderborg, if you're intrigued in those matchups. We start right away with a Wolverines bucket, Adai Mara on the offensive rebound. A nice little drive by Cadeau, missing, but Mara was there for the rebound. A airball 3 by Burries, rebounded by Mara. Wolverines out and running. Lenderborg slows it down, and Cadeau gets into their set. Cadeau working inside, lobbing it up, coming up short, so he's 0 for 2 from the field to start. Burries with the rebound, the push. And now Jaden Bradley will slow things down. Good to see 2 fun veteran point guards go after it. Kurchenkov to the glass. Can't finish inside. Rebound Cadeau. Wolverines have numbers. Cadeau pulls up for 3. No good. Cadeau, an active start, 0 for 3 from the field in this one.
Got to get the ball out of his hands, man.
Pete with the rebound brings it up, and the Wolverines set their defense. Bradley kicks it out, and it's worked around. Pete guarded by Mara. Pete out to Kurchenkov. Kurchenkov to the rim. Fouled on the floor. That's Lenderborg's first foul of the game. I believe will be side out.
Elliot Cadeau getting early and active shots in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Cadeau taking 3 of the first 4 shots, kind of wild. No hesitation either. Right into the... And I don't mind the downhill attacks. The floater and layup were good looks, but the pull-up 3 that early in the shot clock, I don't know if I love that shot.
Not a great shot.
Burries gets it off the inbound. Bradley corner pump fake Foul. Oh, and here's an early storyline, Cooperstein. That is 2 fouls on Yaxel Lenderborg a minute and a half into this one.
Wow, that is a massive, massive storyline in this game that we're going to have to follow. And yeah, I mean, he was out of position there, and he's going to have to head to the bench very early in this game, much earlier than Dusty May would have liked.
Yeah, I would imagine they would want to put Lenderborg to the bench.
Yeah, someone's at the score sheet.
Yeah, I think it's Roddy Gale as Bradley heads to the free throw line. He misses the first, so the Wildcats still scoreless.
Now, they're going to have to bring him back in the first half at some point.
Oh, yeah. But you question how much that ruins with his rhythm, his flow. Sure. Will he be able to come in? But that's also a large part of the team. And no joke to Roddy Gale. He's a good ball player. But the reason why Michigan's so good as Bradley makes the free throw is that they have 3 6'8" plus guys that are athletic, can defend, can rebound, can score it. And now they have to take him out for Roddy Gale, unfortunately. Lundeborg's a potential lottery pick. Half-court offense for Michigan. Amara inside. That's going to be off of Krivas, as Krivas got in the way of the lob for Mara. Cadeau a little errant with that pass, and it'll be side out. Or, baseline. Cadeau to inbound. Both teams like to put their 7-footers on the inbound pass. Cadeau finds Burnett in the corner for a tray ball. And an early 3 falls for Burnett. Pete to the rack. Fadeaway over Mara. Rattles in and out. Ade Mara's size inside, proving some difficulty for Arizona early. The Wildcats 0-3 from the field. Burnett wanted to tee up a triple, but couldn't. Now it's Cadeau. Free throw line floater. Falls. And it's a 7-1 lead for the Wolverines.
Michigan starting a little bit like UConn did.
Yeah. The size inside of Michigan proving difficulty for Arizona. The experience for the Wolverines as well. Turnover, Kurchenkov. Michigan and 1. Mo Johnson. And the Wolverines are sending the Wildcats reeling a little bit here early, despite the fouls from Yaxel Lenderborg.
I think you're going to see a timeout here from Tommy Lloyd pretty soon. It's all Michigan so far.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverines getting anything they want offensively, Coop. And Arizona has really struggled with the size of Michigan inside.
Whereas Johnson at the line to try to convert the three-point play. He had a solid game in the Elite Eight against Tennessee.
Anybody can beat you on this Michigan team, similar to Arizona, too. But more experience from the Wolverines.
Ade Mara to the bench early as well.
They might just bring him back, move him back. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Did he go to the bench? So both Mara and Lenderborg out early, and the Wolverines have a 10-1 lead. You got McKinney, the freshman, checking in. So Dusty May going to his bench early. Pete with an elbow pull-up jumper. And if that's not going to fall tonight, Arizona's in trouble. It's early, but that's a shot that needs to fall. Mo Johnson, he can shoot a little bit, doesn't pull the trigger there, gets into the offense with Cadeau. Cadeau, pick and roll, free throw line, floater, air ball. Pete with the rebound. He's leading the charge for Arizona. Pete protects it from Cadeau, and Arizona resets. Krivas posting up on Johnson. Turns it over. This Wolverine team, man, they've got Wildcats rattled.
I mean, this is the worst 4-minute stretch Arizona's played this season.
Might be.
I mean,
but I think most of it isn't even Arizona. You could say his team's playing bad. You can say then they're forced to being played bad. I would say Michigan is forcing Arizona into these misses, these mistakes, more than the Wildcats are just playing poorly.
They're forcing the issue for sure. 2 turnovers for Arizona already.
Yeah. They need to get settled in. Mara back into the game, so quick breather for the Spain big boy. Pete rejects Cadeau. Do not go in there. And that is where you get salivating about his NBA potential, the athleticism, and it's good to see him get up okay. Fell a little awkwardly there, but is all right.
He came over and swatted that one. Comes from a very athletic family, multiple brothers in the NFL.
Cadeau gets it into Gal in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Mara's going to have to make something happen. Backing down on Krivas. Right hook shot. No good. That's great defense by Krivas. Those two guys, man, they're going to battle all night long. Can Arizona get settled in here offensively? 1 point in the first 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Bradley with a pull-up J. He's got it. Bradley with all 3 points for Arizona. Michigan pitches it ahead to Mara. Mara loses it. That ball's out of bounds. That's a turnover. I'll tell you what, Coop. We're heading to the under 16 timeout. 15:59 to go. Michigan leads 10-3. If I'm Dusty May in that huddle, I'm getting Cadeau in here and saying, dude.
I agree.
Settle it down. Elliot Cadeau is 1 of 4 from the field. Excuse me. Let me make sure it's either 1 of 4 or 1 of 5. My computer's having a hard time loading it. But Cadeau is 1 of 4, 1 of 5. He's rushed some shots. Listen, I get you want to play quick. You want to pitch it ahead to Demara. You just threw it up ahead to him. He catches it on like a full-speed wide receiver. Cadeau's 1 of 6, by the way. I undersold it. He catches it running full force to the baseline with 2 Arizona guys there. So even if he catches it cleanly, he's not going to get off a good shot. That's just a pass that you can't make. Like, Elliot Cadeau's got to settle in here, man.
Despite being up 7, you're right. And that was my biggest concern for Michigan coming into the game.
It's correct. It was mine as well.
But they're in a good position here after the first 4 minutes of this one.
I mean, I still like, if you're a Michigan fan, how the first 4 minutes have played out, because you have seen that the Wolverine size has really given Arizona issues. And that's why this matchup was so highly anticipated, because Michigan had arguably the best front court in the country. But the one reason why you wouldn't say they have the best is because of Arizona.
Yep.
And vice versa. So it was going to be interesting to see which front court affected the opposing teams more, as each team likes to get inside and finish at the rim. And so far, Michigan has won that battle. The Wolverines have enforced their physicality and will, despite 2 early fouls for Yaxel Lenderborg.
How long do you think they leave Lenderborg on the bench?
If I was Dusty May with this 10-3 lead, I'd leave him on the bench until the 10-minute mark.
That's what I was thinking.
And then
as well.
I'd bring Lenderborg in from about the 10-minute mark to the 4-minute mark, and then sit him for the final 4 minutes. So then he gets some rhythm in that middle part of the first half, but ultimately you don't play him a ton and risk him picking up a 3rd foul, because that's your best player. You need him to be available if this game's tight late.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got to have him fully available, and if he's playing with 4 fouls, you don't want to have him have that restriction on defense especially.
Yeah, we got 55 people in the Michigan channel, 200 people in the chat sports chat. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tyler Smith will be live with Coop for the national championship game on Monday night. Subscribe, join us for weekly live videos, daily coverage, NBA, NFL, and college sports as well. Down 7, Arizona basketball. Michigan looking for their first national title in basketball since 1988-89 season. Koa Pete driving on Mara, bumps him, floater, air ball. Toby Awaka checking in with the putback bucket. I will say, even though Pete missed it, his aggressiveness going at Mara, that's going to be needed.
Something to monitor.
Roddy Gale trailed by Kurchenkov. Perfect feed inside. Mara with the alley-oop slam. Boy, Mara looks, when he's out there, he looks just as big as Zach Edey did a couple of years ago. Kurchenkov to the rim. Can't finish. Awaka with a rebound. He was fouled on the floor, 3rd on the Wolverines. But how about the big man, Toby Awaka, with a lot of experience in this Arizona system, coming into the game and immediately having 2 offensive rebounds? Yeah, but when you watch Mara, man.
Is he 7'2"?
7'2" with a ridiculous 7'6" wingspan. De La Rosso also checked in. He swings at the Kurchenkov. Kurchenkov traveled. Turnover. The freshman wing has really struggled early in this one, Coop. He's missed a couple good looks at it, a couple turnovers. Kurchenkov's got to settle in.
That's good defense there by Ellie Cadeau as well to force that.
3 turnovers. And because of Kurchenkov's early struggles, we talked about Aristo checking in and being maybe an X factor. He will sub in for Kurchenkov. McKinney, the freshman, driving on Bradley. Oh, I thought he traveled with it. No call. Kicks it out to Johnson, gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. McKinney likes to shoot it. Pulls it up over Bradley. Too strong. Mo Johnson on the offensive glass. Drops it off to Mara for an easy layup. And it's back to a 9-point lead for Michigan. Second time it's been to this number.
It's a pretty feed.
Mara with 6 points. De La Rosso almost turns it over. Does. Michigan in transition. McKinney coast to coast with a slam. Timeout Wolverine, or timeout Arizona. I am close to saying this one's over. I really am. Arizona looks way out of their depth.
No, they do. They look rattled. They look all of it. But I just can't count them out this early. It's a hell of a start for Michigan, up 11. Arizona turning it over 4 times already. Michigan getting some fast break points as well. And Michigan isn't even like they are playing well, but they are not playing to the best of their abilities at the moment. They still have an 11-point lead. Certainly bodes well for Michigan here.
I mean, the size of Michigan is really proving difficult. And then you look at the start, Coop. The Michigan's doing this without Lenderborg. Michigan's shooting 50% from the field. They've made their 1 3-point attempt. Arizona's 2 of 8, but the more concerning thing is they've got 4 turnovers. They're just driving into traffic and not being strong with the ball. You've seen Michigan already with 3 offensive rebounds as well. If I am a Wildcat fan, I'm pretty concerned about how this game has started. I am. That is scary to see how easily Michigan is getting what they want on both sides of the ball.
Tommy Lloyd took a timeout there to try to regroup his team. If they don't come out in these next 2.5 minutes until the under 12 and weather this storm, it could be a blowout.
Yeah. What a start for Michigan, though, man. It's exactly what you wanted to see if you're a Wolverine fan. I thought this would be a battle the entire way. There is a world, I think, where this is a blowout. Because I don't think you could, from the first 5.5 minutes, Coop, really draw a conclusion that Arizona is even in the same tier as Michigan.
No, you can't. You really can't. You're right. I mean, the way that this game has started, it's been all Michigan.
Big couple minutes here for Arizona coming out of the timeout. What's up, Thomas? Hopefully this game gets good. I'd be pretty disappointed if this game is a blowout.
I would be too. After all the hype.
This would be really disappointing. Let's see how Arizona responds after this timeout from Tommy Lloyd. He's got to get these young fellas in Arizona settled in. Braden Burry's back in. Gets a screen. Roddy Gale defending. Aristode, he can shoot it. Driving, kicking. Burry's in the corner. Pump fake. Back to Aristode. Open 3. That's a big-time shot for Aristode off the bench. He can really shoot it, too. He's the one guy. Like, De La Rosa can shoot it, but if you want to look at someone who can get hot from three for the Wildcats, it's Aristode. Cadeau lines up a three over Bradley. The response from the veteran. If Cadeau makes his threes, Michigan is practically unbeatable. I will say that. Like, if Cadeau hits his threes, you won't beat the Wolverines. Burries gets it into Krivas. Krivas posting up over Mara. Backing down, shimmy shake, right hook shot goes. Pretty move from Montes Krivas over Adai Mara.
Arizona's woken up offensively a little
Yeah,
bit.
back-to-back buckets for the Wildcats, but they got to get it done defensively. Cadeau and Wolverines getting anything they want. Gal, corner three. That one doesn't fall. Rebound to Waka. So a stop for Arizona. Bradley in transition barrels into Cadeau. They're going to call charge. I say this, Coop. Bradley lowered the shoulder. Cadeau was not set.
Let's see. Charge. Cadeau's in position. You can be moving. I think Cadeau is in position there. I think that's the right call.
I think it's a toss-up. Either way. 2 fouls on Bradley. That's a big foul. Bradley will come out. De La Rosa in. So 2 fouls on Arizona, both on Bradley, 3 on Michigan. Cadeau tight walking the sideline. Guarded by Toby Awaka. Crossover. Drop off. Johnson. Pump fake. Travel.
Yep, you walked.
Second turnover of the game on Michigan. 5 for Arizona. How about this? Early check-in. Lenderborg back in. I thought he's coming a little bit earlier than I expected.
Man, we'll see if he gets that third foul. If he does.
Arizona's made 4 of their last 6 shots. Burries inside. Bump. Floater. He wanted a foul. He didn't get it. It's an air ball. And the young Cats not playing well. Cadeau, speed bursting. Inside. Lenderborg, corner 3. Just into the game and into the stat sheet. Triple for Lenderborg. And it's a 12-point Michigan lead. Awaka with a 3. That is not his game. That was a wild shot. And just like that, Lloyd going to get him out of there. Koa Pete set the check in. Cadeau 3. Too strong. Awaka with the board. I thought Aristode almost traveled with it. He's probing, and he turns it over. 6 of the game on Arizona. They are just out of their depths. McKinney in transition, knocked out of bounds by Burries. It will be Michigan ball on the baseline, under 12 timeout, 11:35 to go. I'm telling you, Coop, like, I don't know, maybe I'll be wrong. I feel like I could declare this game being over.
I mean, how do you get this back under control if you're Arizona?
Arizona is just so rattled by Michigan's size. They've been the aggressor, the bigger team every game they play in. They have not been today, and it's rattled them. Rattled them.
Totally rattled. And this is a team that feels like they've been unfazed all season long, too.
Yeah. Let's hope for a good game, but I tell you what, not optimistic. Not optimistic. Michigan's had some big-time blowout wins against high-quality opponents, and there could be another one on the horizon here.
Arizona would not be the first victim to a Michigan blowout this year, that's for sure.
Help us out. Share today's stream if you haven't already on social media. Tag me or Coop on Twitter, and we'll get it on screen. We'll give you a shout out. 252 people watching on our chat sports stream, 63 on Michigan. Help us out, share the stream. Everyone's flaming, by the way, the Chainsmokers performance.
Oh, yeah.
Why did we do that?
It's
The most
just
unnecessary
useless.
thing of all time. Does Arizona have the resolve in them here, Coop?
They've got to show it right now, because if they don't, could be blowout city. Michigan could have one foot in the door on Monday.
I think the Wildcats are in a danger zone, man.
They certainly are here at the moment, halfway through the first half. Down 12.
Oh, I'm curious what Lloyd said. As much as I like Tommy Lloyd as a coach, I do think Dusty May is a better coach. What a play by Lenderborg, finding Gale for three. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by De La Rosa. Arizona out and running. Big stop and rebound there for the Wildcats.
Yaxel's got to be careful there. He was getting on the
dangerously
loose ball.
close. If I was Arizona, I'd go right after Lenderborg defensively every possession. Missed shot by De La Rosa. Rebound Lenderborg. Here comes the Wolverines. They'll slow it down. De La Rosa got a good midi look there, but couldn't connect. Cadeau, probing, swinging to Cheddar, and it's a turnover.
He stinks.
He's not good. He's so bad. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I think Elliot Cadeau is one of the worst basketball players I've ever watched.
He's a 5-star.
And he's had a good college career to this point. I just can't trust him. Like, what do we do? What is that pass? That's terrible. Aristode stays in for Arizona, looking for a spark plug from him off the bench today. Koa Pete kicking to Burries. His corner three, no good. Arizona just getting difficult shots, and they're unable to connect on any of them. What a pass by Cadeau on cue. And Johnson is fouled inside by Krivas, and it's going to be free throws for the Wolverines. So Cadeau goes from having one of the worst passes I've seen to one of the best.
That's the Elliot Cadeau experience.
And Michigan looks to extend this 12-point lead.
That Final Four patch looks like so non.
It was like that in the other games, too. Johnson makes first. Someone makes a great point. Cano in the chat. Doesn't help that Arizona can't shoot threes. I agree. That's the thing. Like, Arizona is usually not a team that is built to come back from behind because they do not have a team that can shoot threes at a high level.
Gonna need Braden Burries to really step it up.
But, like, Michigan has been so good defensively in this game so far. Nothing has been easy for Arizona. This is the largest deficit of the year for Arizona. As Adai Mara checks in, Mraz Johnson gets a seat. Kurchenkov back in for Arizona. De La Rosa almost turns it over. My goodness. They dump it into Krivas. Krivas backing down on Mara. Gets inside. Right hook shot. No. And the struggles continue. Lenderborg into the rim. Good defense that by Krivas. He couldn't get the rebound. Mara does and puts it up and in. I mean, this game's over. I said it. It's done. Game's done.
You're declaring it.
It's over. I said it when it was freaking 9-1. Arizona looks so overmatched. Pete spinning shot inside goes. Like, Arizona, just like everything they have done has been difficult. Michigan has gotten a lot of things easy. I mean, I can't believe how efficiently Michigan is scoring the ball. You can talk about Arizona's offense struggling. Michigan is scoring at will. McKinney inside on De La Rosso. Turnover. That's a big stop. Here comes Braden Burries. Euro stepping in transition. Blocked by McKinney.
That's a hell of a play by McKinney at the rim right there.
See, but that's just, Bo, I thought that should have been a foul. Not on McKinney, on Cadeau.
I didn't
Because
see it.
Cadeau's grabbing Burries' arms as he's Euro stepping there. Jane Bradley, 2 fouls, checks back in for Arizona. Big 12 player of the year. Inbounds at the Pete. Pete up and under on Lenderborg. Gets it to fall. Big shot by Pete. Back-to-back buckets for the freshman. And now the Wildcat faithful on their feet trying to hype up this young Arizona team. Oh, they got the switch inside. They got Mara guarded by Barry. Got to get it to him. Instead, it's Lenderborg driving. Oh, Lenderborg hits the deck. He gets up in a hurry. He is clearly banged up. Oh, he turned his ankle. That left ankle, 90-degree turn. Lenderborg, the adrenaline will help, but he is feeling a lot of pain. He is like, I can't even explain how much pain he's in. Biting his jersey, screaming. He's on his feet, but this guy, he is in a bad way right now. Has to shoot these free throws or he would not be eligible to come back in the game if he didn't. Watch it this turn.
Oh. How do you pop up like that instantly?
Yeah. That's the second foul on Krivas, by the way. So 4 fouls for Arizona. 2 on Krivas, 2 on Bradley.
I mean, Yaxel is in absolute pain, and there's nobody at the scores table ready to check in for him after these free throws either.
Made the first free throw. Excuse me, they took away one of Krivas' fouls, so 1 on Burries, 1 on Krivas.
I think he's going now.
Lenderborg will head to the bench after turning that left ankle. We'll see if he can return. He is still not feeling it. 14-point lead for Michigan. Getting doubled up here is the Wildcats. Bradley to Pete. Pete's had the last 4 for Arizona. Pull up midi, fouled by Johnson. So free throws coming for Pete. Pete's had the last 4. Lenderborg's going right to the locker room.
And I would imagine that might do it for him in the first half.
First half for sure. Yeah. With 2 fouls, the injury, he'll just get an extended kind of break here.
Now they're going to put him in the blue tent. They're not taking him back to the locker room. They have like an NFL-style blue tent right by the tunnel.
I've never seen that in a basketball
I haven't either.
game. It's incredible. Pete makes the first free throw.
Maybe because it's such a long walk back.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ankle retaped in ice for Lenderborg. We'll see if he returns. Pete with the last 5 points for the Arizona Wildcats. Make it 6. Trying to will this Arizona team back into the fray.
He's been their best player tonight, in my opinion.
Correct. Arizona needs stops, though. Mara, such an excellent passer for his size, finds Cadeau. Cadeau running bank shot, no. Rebound loose, still loose. Cadeau picks it up, wildly throws it up, no good. Rebound Arizona. Burry's out and running. Oh, they got possession for Pete inside. They don't find him. It's a Kurchenkov 3. Oh, that's big time for Arizona. Kurchenkov with the triple. And it's a single-digit game here. A 9-2 run for Arizona, down 16 to down 9. The freshmen, Pete and Kurchenkov. Cadeau to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble and almost turns it over. Mara from 3. He can't shoot it, but almost actually made that. Buries with the board. Uh-oh, I might have pre-called the game being over. Here comes Arizona. Arizona 2 of 5 from 3. If you told Wildcat fans that was the case, they'd be happy. Krivas inside. Good position. Lefty hook shot. Good. And I think we just had a timeout from Dusty May. Here come the Wildcats. From down 16 to down 7, Arizona. Welcome to the Final Four.
It's a 9-0 run for the Wildcats, and they're finally starting to feel things go their way a little bit. They get it inside to Krivas, who gets the nice lefty jump hook over Mara. And as you said, they are back in this game. Not over yet.
Ethan typing go blue. Who you got? Rep your side. M for Michigan. A for Arizona. Rep your side, folks.
Who you got?
How about Detroit, by the way? Just not missing any beat with
They're
Cade.
unreal.
Dennis Jenkins, the former Johnny, is just gross. It's 16 points and 14 assists.
He killed the Mavs earlier this year.
Dude, the 76ers lost by 23 at home.
After scoring $150 the other night.
And that's NBA basketball. We got Zona, Michigan. So we're split in chat sports. Kenneth and Ethan representing the Wolverines over on the Michigan channel. Four games left for the Heat. Half game of the 9, back in the 9. Full game for the 8. 2 for the 7. 2.5 for the 6.
Are you playing in the first round?
I hope not. We've got 4 games left. 2 against Toronto on the road. Washington and then Atlanta. I'm begging the Raptors to beat us twice.
You want it over that bad.
If we lose both games of the Raptors, we'll be even. We'll be in the 10-9 game guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because if we go 2-2 in the final 4 games, and if we win against Washington and Atlanta in the year, I still think 2-2 in the final 4 games isn't going to be enough to get out of the 9-10 line.
Then
So just lose that game.
Loser leaves town.
Get me out of the season.
But will Pat wake up?
Yeah, no. Colin going with Michigan and Wasim. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. Over 100 people watching our Michigan channel. 32 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. On our Chat Sports stream, we got 51 likes. A little bit of a like battle going on right now. Chat Sports winning by 19, 51 to 32 against Michigan. Let's see who has more likes at the half. Appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with us. If you're just joining us on the Michigan channel, no James Yoder tonight. He's in
Boots
stadium.
on the ground.
He's boots on the ground. Nic Rohloff here, hanging out.
Is this your debut appearance on the Michigan Football Report?
Yeah. I produced one video before. It was a mailbag.
So you did the IG mailbag.
Yeah, I finally did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going out tomorrow. All right. The Wolverines still lead by 7, but Arizona has finally settled themselves into this one, it feels like. We'll see what happens with Lenderborg, who left this game with an ankle injury. Both teams have used one timeout. Roddy Gale probing, kicking. Mo Johnson over to Cadeau. Cadeau to the corner. What a play. Burnett 3, left it short. That was a great set by Dusty May, man.
That's a hell of a pass by Cadeau, too.
Dusty May, that play by Dusty May was crazy. And now Mara will be called for a foul. That's the 5th on Michigan. Off the ball, battling for position with Toby Owaka, who checked in. That's the second foul on Mara. So now both Yaxel Lenderborg and Adai Mara both have fouls. 2 fouls. Are they taking a look at this?
Dusty May took a time. They're challenging.
I didn't think you could challenge a foul call. I mean, I guess if you could challenge if it was like a flagrant. I don't think this is a flagrant. They were battling for position, but Awaka never actually like hits him.
So wouldn't this be an appeal, not a challenge?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I think it's bad graphics by TBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they changed it.
Yeah, it's an appeal. Okay.
Like, you look at it, Mara doesn't even get hit. He just kind of moves his head back trying to sell contact from Awaka. Like, watch. I don't think he gets hit. Like, brief cut. Like, that's...
No,
yeah,
that
Gene
can't
Sterator is saying that should be no flagrant. I agree. Like, there was some contact, and Mara never gets hit in the face.
Yeah,
it's just like it's almost like it's like pushing maybe a little bit on the neck chest area. We'll see what happens.
I think that's a poor appeal.
Well, it's not like you get a certain amount of them.
You get unlimited
Yeah.
unless you lose them. Now they're done.
Even on appeals?
Correct. No more appeals.
So they will still, but they still have their challenge.
Correct.
Freaking appeals.
You get an unlimited number of appeals if you win them.
Just keep on going until you don't.
Yep.
Well, it'll be side out for Arizona. Down 16 just about 3 minutes ago. Both these teams are teams that can really make things happen in a hurry. Now, does Michigan get charge timeout for that?
They do.
Wow. So Wolverines down to 2 timeouts. That was a bold move by Dusty May, and it does not pay off. Krivas inside, guarded by Johnson. Krivas backing down. He's got the height advantage. Quick double by Cadeau. Krivas right hook shot falls. Krivas taking advantage of the smaller Johnson. Johnson's good, but he's only 6'9". Krivas 7'1". It's a 9-0 Wildcat run, 5-point game. May have declared this game over too soon. Hand up accountability. Burnett, baseline drive, drop off to Gale! A thunderous two-handed slam! Burries to Krivas. Little high-low. Krivas inside. That's a lot of contact, and he's going to go to the line. Question is the foul on Johnson, or is it on the reach-in from Burnett up top?
I believe it's on Johnson.
What a dunk. Off 2 feet. That's some
Yeah.
bounce from Roddy Gale. We knew we
bounce.
had it, but that's impressive. Poster dunk on Krivas.
Great pass, too, from Burnett.
No, they called the foul on Johnson, like you're correct. So that's 2 fouls on all 3 members of the Michigan front court.
That's
Michigan's
huge.
got 6 fouls. All 6 of them are divvied up between their 3 starting front court.
And there's 6 minutes left, so they're going to have to play them.
They don't really have anyone else unless they're going to go heavy Will Cheddar, small ball 5 minutes. But you can't do that against this Arizona team.
No, they have no choice but to risk it here. So it'd be a surprise if one of them didn't have 3 fouls heading to the half.
I would agree. And if you're Arizona, just keep on going
Go at them.
to the rim inside, trying to draw that 3rd foul on one of them. Lenderborg's still not out there with that injury. Mara on the bench. Johnson's going to stay out there with the 2 fouls. Krivas missed the first free throw. He is a decent free throw shooter for a 7-footer. As I say that, misses both. But an offensive rebound, Kurchenkov for Arizona, and he is fouled immediately. And that is the 7th foul on Michigan. It'll be 1-1 for Kurchenkov as Lenderborg is returning to the Michigan bench with a heavy limp and a towel on his head. even if Lunderborg can come back in here, Coop, I don't know how effective he's going to be. And with a quick turnaround on Monday night, if Michigan were to advance, I seriously question his availability on Monday night.
No question. I think it's safe to say he's out for at minimum the rest of this half, and then we'll see from there depending where the game is.
Another missed free throw. Arizona, 3 straight misses from the Wildcats.
Can't happen.
Under 6 to play in the first half. Michigan leading by 7, led as much as 16. Johnson spinning on Krivas inside. Hook shot. Doesn't go. Good rebound. Krivas. Up ahead to Bradley. Bradley. Oh, killer crossover. 15-foot pull-up. No good. Rebound to Michigan. They've got numbers. Cadeau pushing. Cadeau. Bounce pass. Burnett up and under. Oh, what a finish. Normani Burnett. Five assists now for Elliot Cadeau. Kurchenkov inside. Almost traveled with it. Finds Pete. Bradley driving. Bump. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. That is a bad call. That is a horrific
That's
call.
3 on Bradley?
That's 3 on Jaden Bradley. That is a horrific call. And that's not a foul, Coop.
I don't think it is, but he did extend the arm a little bit.
No, he didn't, though. If that is extending, then if your arm going maybe 6 inches outside your body is extending, then we have a clear non-understanding of what extending actually is. Extending is when you go out. He did not do that. Cadeau inside. Wild shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Johnson. Kick out 3, McKinney. Knocks it home. And it's back to 12 for Michigan. Back to game being over.
I was going to say, do you redeclare it?
$7-0 run for the Wolverines. Braden Burry's picking up his dribble in an inopportune spot. What is he doing? That's a 5-second call.
I think they got the timeout. I think Tommy Lloyd,
Arizona calls the timeout.
Yeah.
Lunderborg's back to the locker room, by the way.
I think he might be done.
Yeah, I think he's done. So timeout Arizona. Both teams only have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, that's certainly something to monitor. Two timeouts remaining for the game. That's a tough break for Jaden Bradley.
I mean, these officials in these games, both of them have been bad.
Not been good.
I mean, the difference in this one, Coop, I think it's just been the turnovers from Arizona. 7 turnovers for the Wildcats, 4 for Michigan. But the Wolverines have been able to get out and run on a lot of these turnovers, Coop. 10 points off turnovers for Michigan.
Yeah, it feels like they've been able to turn those turnovers into points, and they're doing it in transition as well. Michigan playing such a good pace here in this first half.
I mean, the shooting numbers are similar, right? 41% for Arizona, 43% for Michigan, 40% from Arizona from 3, 36% for Michigan. Wildcats are 3 of 7 at the line. Well, both teams only have 2 timeouts remaining. Braden Burry's had to use one there to avoid a 5-second call. Burry's out of the timeout. They're going to call foul on McKinney reaching in, so 1-and-1 free throws for Arizona. If you're Arizona, what is the goal deficit going into the half?
It's got to be less than 10.
I think 7 or below is a good number. Down 12, can you win the last 4.5 minutes by 5? You go to the break down 7, I think you can feel confident about your chances, considering how uneven you played and how much you fell down early. Burry's makes the first free throw, especially if Lunderborg is not going to return in this one. Yeah, Lunderborg, we're going to see if he can play in the second half. Burry's makes both free throws, 10-point game. High-scoring first half here. Roddy Gale has been big off the bench for the Wolverines tonight, filling in a lot of those minutes that Lenderborg usually has. Cadeau turning the corner inside. High arc layup. No. Rebound. Krivas. Arizona has numbers if they push. 5-on-4. Koa Pete down the lane to the rack. Can't finish. Krivas there for the putback. No. And now the Wolverines come back the other way with a 5-on-4. Trailing 3. Cheddar. Pump fake. Swing. Gale in the corner. His shot falls.
How big has he been for the Wolverines in the first half?
Roddy Gale will never have to buy a drink in Michigan, Ann Arbor again. No field goals for the Wildcats over the last 3 minutes. Down 13. Burries to the free throw line. Jumper. No. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Krivas going right over the back of Adaimara. Michigan, they just look like the better team. It's that simple. That simple, man.
I mean, Arizona they didn't come to play, really.
I just think Michigan's that much better, unfortunately.
Which is crazy to think.
Excuse me. I just unfortunately think Michigan's that much better. Michigan is that much better, man. I don't know if Arizona's going to be able to climb back into it. Like, they got to get this to single digits going into the break, dude. They have to.
I agree. They got to get it within single digits. We've seen them go on a run in this game before to get it within 7 or 6. But they have to continue to stay the course, and they have to go attack Michigan's big men, who both have 2 fouls. Lenderborg's out for at least this half. Attack Mara, attack Johnson.
They got it all the way down to what? 7, Coop?
Yeah, it was 28-21.
Was that the closest they got?
Yep.
Yeah. Man, we'll see.
Shout out to those watching on our Chat Sports channel. Shout out to those watching on our Michigan channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Michigan Football Report for the latest and greatest on the maize and blue.
Yeah, James Yoder obviously not here today. He is in stadium for this game, but wanted to simulcast it for the real ones at the channel. So if you're someone who is a Michigan fan, whether it be basketball, football, everything, James does a great job. Subscribe today. You won't have to see me ever again. So that's another reason to subscribe in its own right.
You're not doing yourself a favor.
Yeah. I am surprised how flustered Arizona has been in this one. That's been a surprise. It's funny, they're highlighting Elliot Cadeau for his defense and a couple of these assists that he's had, and I still would say, like, he's been all over the place offensively, though.
He really has been. I mean, I don't think he's been great. He's made some crazy good passes.
But he's also made some unbelievably dumb passes.
Exactly.
Which I guess like you live with it. I guess that's just how it goes. He's shooting 2 of 12. Cadeau swings it. It's Cheddar in the corner, unable to knock down the 3. Good, big stop there for Arizona. Kurchenkov the other way. De La Rosa drops it inside. It's Awaka backing down on Mara. Awaka goes up strong and finishes. Tough finish inside. 2:40 to go. 11-point game. Mara inside, fouled. Oh, did he finish that? Oh, my. How did he get that one to fall?
Off balance. A great pass in, and Mara.
I don't
behind
know
the
how.
backboard.
I don't know how he finishes this. His head was behind the backboard when he let that go. Mara converts the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point lead for Michigan. Does Arizona have a little run in them then this half? Kurchenkov, another turnover. You got to get this guy out of the game, man. Mara again inside. He's dominating this game. A 16-point lead again for the Wolverines. Pete, the other way, spinning, high arcing. No, Awaka rebound. Kick out, Kurchenkov, right wing three. That's not good. Another rebound, Mara. Michigan, I think they could put this one away in the first half.
They absolutely could.
What is Braden Burries doing? And now Mara's going to the free throw line. 1-1.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's been over. It was over from the start.
It was over, then it wasn't over?
No, it was always over. I don't know why I bought back into the Arizona. This one's so done.
The day Mara going to the free throw line.
Mara gets the three-point play. Or first end of the 1-1, sorry.
Out of Spain, correct?
From Spain, yeah.
Yep.
He's really good, man. I like Adai Mara a lot.
It's an 18-point lead for the Wolverines. And it is danger for Arizona.
I think Michigan will take at minimum a 14-point lead in this half.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if Arizona can come back. Del Rosso, three. That's big times for Arizona. Big shot there. 45-30. But they don't get back on defense. Burnett, three. No. Mo Johnson and one putback. What a finish. Merez Johnson inside.
Arizona does something good. They finally get a three to go, and they don't get back on defense.
Don't get back. Allow an open shooter, and then don't get their man boxed out. Like I said, Arizona just too young, not ready for the moment. Johnson converts the three-point play, and it's back to an 18-point game. Aristode back in. He had a big three early. Awaka inside, goes up over Johnson and gets it to fall. Issue with Arizona, you're not going to be able to come back to beat this well-oiled machine Michigan is with just 2 pointers. Gal to the rim, can't finish. Awaka with the rebound. Minute to go in the first half. Burry's out and running. Burry's driving. Deterred, kicks it out. De La Rosa to the rim. Can't finish. Pete, rebound, put back, no. And a big rebound for Cheddar inside. Cadeau goes quickly, 2 for 1. His 3, no good. I know that's the analytical play to go 2 for 1.
I hate it.
Don't know if that's the right move up 16 in this moment. Ball knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Arizona baseline. You don't have to watch, franchise QB. Go somewhere else, brother. I ain't begging for your view, I promise. Burry's lobbing it inside. There's bodies everywhere. What is going on? Turnover. Burnett with the steal. Michigan will carry a 16-point lead into the break at bare minimum. 7 to go. Cadeau on the wing. Step back 3. No good. Gale at the buzzer. Almost tipped it back up and in. And that's how we have this first half come to a conclusion. Michigan leading 48 to 32. A 80-point first half. Michigan 20 minutes away from a date with UConn for the national championship.
It was all maize and blue in that first half, man. They absolutely dominated the game from the tip-off. So, I think, yeah, and Michigan missing one of their best players in Linderborg as well. They were just so good on both ends there in that first half. And they just physically imposed themselves on Arizona. I think it would take a miracle for Arizona to come back. And as we've mentioned multiple times here, Arizona not a great three-point shooting team. So how do they get back in this game? They force a lot of turnovers, and they're going to have to make a lot of shots, and making a lot of shots isn't their specialty.
I mean, I'm looking at some of these team stats here, Coop. Like, free throws. Each team has shot 9 free throws. Arizona's 5-9. Michigan's 9-9. I mean, Michigan's shooting 31% from 3 compared to Arizona's 43%. But Michigan's 5-16. Arizona's 3-7. So they're putting up more shots. They're making more. I mean, Coop, Michigan's put up 9 more shots than Arizona. They have 8 offensive rebounds compared to Arizona's 7. Not crazy difference there. It's even on the rebounding game. But because of the turnovers, 9 Arizona turnovers, Michigan 4, they've been able to get out in transition, 12 points off turnovers compared to Arizona's 8. Like the turnovers, the fast break opportunities for Michigan has really been the difference in this one.
It absolutely has. And when you're playing against a team like Michigan, who is so good at capitalizing off those turnovers, you can't afford to do what Arizona did in that half. They came out, I don't know if scared's the right word, but it looked like they came out not ready to play, and Michigan certainly was, and they took advantage of it, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's do half off halftime, Coop. We haven't really had any big moments here in this first half. Been a pretty, I'd say, boring, dominant game for Michigan.
Yeah, I
mean, it's been from the jump. It went 9-1 right off the bat.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't call it boring, but yeah, it has been a dominating performance from Michigan in the first half here. And look, if Michigan comes out in the first 4 or 5 minutes of this second half and continues on how they've played in this first half, I think could be all over, but the hooting and the hollering.
I wonder why you're blocked on every other channel. I've never seen you before, Franchise QB, but I could only imagine it's because you're just such a bubbly person that everyone wants to talk to. I'm sure that's why. We got freaking Tacomo in here. We don't care about you guys. You're gone. I'm done. I'll ban him.
I wanted to ban Hammer, but now you will. Thank you.
Just got losers in the chat. Go enjoy your Saturday night doing something else. Done.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. See ya. Don't care about him. Yeah, half off halftime. We'll do $5 shot wheel spins, $20 beer bongs. We get $50 during halftime and do a beer bong.
Let's do it. Shout out to the real ones on the Michigan Football Report as well. Douglas
is in our other chat saying LMFAO. I don't know if you could even see Douglas. There was these people at our chat sports.
They're
stream.
losers.
Yeah, we just banned them.
The one guy was commenting and said he's a Michigan fan, banned on the Michigan channel. Gee,
Yeah,
I wonder why.
that should have been my first red flag. I was like, if he's banned on our Michigan channel as a Michigan fan, then get him out of here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Douglas, been holding it down over there. Shout out to everybody in our Michigan channel still watching. Wolverines, 20 minutes away from a national title appearance. Coop, I think you should be able to get it. When was the last time Michigan was in the national championship game? Basketball.
That was 20. Not Trey Burke, correct?
I don't know. What is your answer?
I can't remember if they made it under Juwan Howard or not. 14, final answer.
The last time they were in the national championship was in 2017-18. They got blasted by Villanova in the title game.
Yeah, that game was not close. I remember that one.
I remember Duncan Robinson actually telling a story about it. It was just like how bad that game was, and how it's always hurt. But
Goon Jackson coming in with the 2.
Shout out Jackson. Arizona getting worked. I'm mad. You're a UConn guy, though. Any reason why you're picking Arizona? Let me know.
Financial gain, perhaps?
Might be.
Monetary
We're about
purposes.
16 minutes, Coop.
16?
Instead of 14 and a half. So maybe make it 15 and a half. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We need to get to 100 likes on our chat sports stream. We're at 71. And on our Michigan channel, we're at 40. Let's get to 50 likes right now on our Michigan channel. Let's get to 50 likes on Michigan. Let's get to 100 likes on chat sports.
Let's do it.
I'm surprised at how what's it called? The likes and the viewership is actually less on this game. I know it's a more wide advantage, like 16-point lead for Michigan, but like I am shocked.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
This is a better
myself.
game. I would have thought there would have been a little bit more intrigue. That would have just been my guess, but you know what? You never know.
Do you see any world where Arizona comes back in this game?
No, I don't. Like Michigan's length and physicality inside just proving to be too much, and Arizona's been a good defensive team all year. They haven't defended the perimeter well at all today. Michigan getting anything they want. Like Michigan getting 48 first half points is truly a surprising
it's crazy.
revelation to me. I just didn't see that being like I knew this game would be a little bit high scoring, but I didn't see Michigan scoring 48 in the first half.
On pace for 96.
Good math there, Coop.
You like that?
Yeah, what do you think the most points in a game this year Michigan has allowed or Arizona has allowed?
I'll say 91.
The most points allowed by Arizona this season is 88 against Arkansas in the Sweet 16.
Wow.
And they scored 109 in that one. Just banned him on Michigan. That QB guy.
Oh, is he on there?
Yeah. He said he was banned, so he just lied, I guess. Hayfield says, I didn't see the play. Do you think Yaxel can play in the second half? I wouldn't. Like, if I'm going to be honest, I would hold him out.
I absolutely would too.
There's no reason to bring him back in with you having a 16-point lead. And as good as Lenderborg is, lottery talent, potentially, a Big Ten Player of the Year, All-American, why do you feel the need, if he's that banged up, to bring him in a game that you are controlling? I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for Michigan to play Lenderborg in this moment when you're up by so much.
Yeah, I would hold them out, ice and elevation until Monday evening at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time.
I just want a good game here. With 12 minutes to go until the second half goes. Coop, in the halftime locker room, what are you saying if you're Tommy Lloyd?
That's a great question. I mean, I think you tell them that you still have time, but not much time, and the first 4 minutes of the second half has to go in Arizona's favor if they're going to want to win this game. I do wonder if Arizona ratchets up the pressure a little bit to start the second half. Do they go with the little full court? Do they try to play a little faster? I mean, what adjustments can they make against Michigan at this point that Michigan can't counter? I really don't know the answer.
Hey, breaking news at the Michigan Football Report. Ready? Watch this. Michigan fans, Brandon McCoy Jr., a 5-star recruit out of Sierra Canyon High School, just told the Fab Five that he is committing to Michigan football.
How about that? Breaking news on the Michigan Football Report.
Oh, this is definitely Michigan basketball.
But he's committing to Michigan basketball.
Maybe. Let me check him out. Yeah, hand up, shoot, that plays basketball. That's a basketball guy. But hey, you just got a 5-star and you're up by 16 at halftime of the Final Four.
Life's good.
Life's good. I should have known when I said Sierra Canyon because I was like, I know it's a basketball school. But I was like, maybe they have football.
Five.
Yeah. I just didn't know. I just assumed Adam Schefter tweeting about a 5-star recruit going to Michigan. It was about football.
Shefty tweeting about Michigan. I mean, what a
hand
show.
up. I guess that's on me. Jesse says, now that the Illini are out, I'm going for Michigan. How much does that buy stock into, how much do you buy stock into that? Like rooting for your conference if you get eliminated.
I want my conference to burn every time.
So that's interesting because I feel like when we get to the big time conferences like SEC, nobody from the SEC wants a different team in the SEC to
absolutely
win
not.
just for the conference. But when it comes to small conferences like A10, Mountain West, other like those are smaller colleges, I feel like you root for your conference to put your conference on the map.
Were you rooting for the A10 in the tournament?
I rooted for VCU against North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, I want all my conference teams to burn and crash.
I don't like them, but it does benefit St. Bonaventure in the A10 conference if they win games in the tournament.
For sure.
So, not that like it's that important though for like the Power 4 conferences because like they all got money anyway. They got money anyway. Coop, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Can you hold it down for a
I can do that.
Brief 2 minutes here while I just quickly go to the bathroom?
All right, Rolly will be right back. We've got about 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes to halftime. Michigan up 16. As I mentioned, I think the first 4 minutes of this second half is absolutely crucial. If Michigan comes out and extends their lead in this first 4, yeah, it's probably over. Arizona comes out, cuts the lead down to 10, maybe 8. All right, then we have a ball game here. But other than that, I really do think that Michigan's in a great position. And, man, if they play like this, like, I think they dog walk UConn on Monday night. I really do. I really, really do. Let me know who you guys got down in the comment section. M for Michigan, A for Arizona. Can Arizona make a comeback? Let me know what y'all think. Is we still got 56% of the... I'm going to redo the live poll here because we have new information now. So let's redo the live poll. All right, live poll's redone so we can get an updated tally of where people stand. Ty, man, you still think that Arizona's making a comeback here? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I believe, Ty, man. I think it's all maize and blue from here. I see my guy Marco, Joe, Lex over Thomas, over on the Michigan channel. All type in their M's, of course. I see Lacey saying B. There's no B, Lacey. Yeah, Lacey's typing the M's now. Yeah, I mean, it's a Michigan world here at this point, as we're about 7 minutes away from the second half starting. Shout out Joel Ferguson, Lex. Kano says threes wins games. You're absolutely right. And Arizona, not a good three-point shooting team. Wyatt going with the Wildcats as well. No need to spam, boys. I see you in there. Shout out to you, Wyatt. Shout out to Lacey as well. I have a really good feeling if Michigan wins this game that they win on Monday too, and you guys will be cutting down the nets as the national champions. Dusty May is such a good coach. He has a well-oiled machine there at Michigan. He just got a 5-star commit to go play for Michigan basketball again, so the rich only get richer there. The rich only get richer. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well if you have not already. On our Chat Sports channel, we are chugging along here. I mean, over 430,000 subs. You guys have been absolutely unbelievable all throughout the NCAA tournament. We've loved hanging out with you guys. We'll be here Monday night as well. Myself and Tyler Smith will be on the call Monday night for UConn versus either Arizona or Michigan. So stay tuned for that. That one will be, I believe it's an 8:50 p.m. Eastern time tip-off. So we'll be here hanging out with you guys there as well. Shout out to Riley Shea, who says sub and like, absolutely. And if you're a Michigan fan as well, we are also broadcasting live on the Michigan Football Report. So please go subscribe over there for your latest and greatest surrounding the Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue. Shout out to the Michigan Football Report. About 3 minutes to go until the second half gets underway in Indianapolis. In Indiana.
All right. As we get closer back into the second half, I am back from the bathroom break. Appreciate everybody still hanging out with us here on this fine Saturday evening. Looks like we might have a Michigan-UConn national championship game this upcoming Monday night. Second time that Michigan has been to the title game potentially in the last decade, only be met with a Big East opponent.
Will the Big East get the best of them once again? I don't think so.
I think Michigan would beat UConn. I think
do
whoever
too.
won this game would beat UConn. But I also understand why some people would be like, well, Danny Hurley and the UConn Huskies just keep on winning.
Can't
so
count
it's
'em out.
like, can't count them out. You're right, DeMarcus. I don't host the Michigan channel, man. I'm just here doing what I was told. Not a Michigan fan, not an Arizona fan. I'm broadcasting this game for our Chat Sports channel, and James asked me to do it for the Michigan channel too. So, would you rather have nothing or something? You ask yourself that. But by the way, the last time Michigan was in a national championship game, they played Villanova in the 2017-18 season, so maybe you don't know your history. Duncan Robinson.
I was going to say that definitely was the last time they were in
It
it,
is. I looked it up earlier today because
Yeah.
I was curious. I was like, when was the last time they were in the Natty? Seems like they're going to be on their way there. I just don't know how Arizona climbs back in this game without being a potential prolific three-point shooting team. Like, they've had a really good year in terms of their ability to get inside, control the paint, but that's what Michigan does. But the difference between Michigan and Arizona is that the Wildcats aren't as good as a three-point shooting team as Michigan is.
That game was closer than I thought. It was 79-62.
17-point game.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought.
I mean, it was a 20-point game, I think. Yeah, I just don't think Yaxel Lenderborg will return. Tom Miller, I agree with you. Like, why bring him back when you're up 16? Like, if this is a 5-point game at half, like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, no need to bring Lenderborg back into this one. And I don't think they're going to either.
I don't even know if he could come back.
Are we sure he can play Monday?
I was saying, I don't even know if this was a close game. He could come back. That ankle turn was nasty, and he was in a lot of pain, and that limp was serious, man.
Braden Burries with just 2 points in the first half, averaging 17.8 points in the
I mean,
tournament.
Jaden Bradley hasn't done anything either.
No, he's
I
got
mean,
3
Michigan has
fouls.
just put the clamps on him. They've done an unbelievable job. You've got to give a lot of credit to the Wolverines. We're actually almost at a dead tie in terms of viewership. 300 people on Chat Sports, 276 on Michigan. We got a little battle right now between our streams, Chat
I love
Sports
it.
and the Michigan channel. 88 likes for Chat Sports, 53 for Michigan, who's the first channel to get to 100 likes.
The Wolverines have come to play. on
Wolverines
both.
are fired up for the game. Why wouldn't they? They're up 16, 20 minutes away from championship. Or appearance, I should say.
Can you shoot Yaxel up with a lot of painkillers and get him to go Monday night?
Save it for Monday, yeah. Don't do it today. Save
No.
it for Monday. Lenderborg's fantastic. There's a reason why he's the Big Ten Player of the Year, but if you can't hold a 16-point lead, I know Arizona's really good, but Michigan is also really good outside of Lenderborg. If they can't hold a 16-point lead, then that's an issue in their own right. Oh, my God. Is he out there? Yaxel Lenderborg is going to start the second half. I am a little surprised by this move from Michigan, if I'm going to be honest. If you didn't hear me correctly, Yaxel Lenderborg is playing to start the second half. Arizona with the ball as we are officially underway in Indianapolis for the second half. Arizona needs to get things going early. Braden Berry's open for three, and he can't knock it down. Michigan with the rebound. Here comes Cadeau. How about Arizona? 6-0 when trailing at the half this season. But they got a good look to start it off and couldn't convert. Michigan got lucky there. Mara with a feed inside, turned over. Kurchenkov with the steal. Mara's a good passer, rare miscue there. Kurchenkov in transition. Oh, I thought he traveled with it. No, instead it's kicked around. It's Bradley. Now Pete. Pete Oh, rejected. Right to Berries. Another three, another miss. Braden Berries has just been off tonight.
Total disaster for him.
Yeah, it's been a disaster class.
I mean, that has.
Johnson from three. As Cadeau hits the deck. I think, did he get hit in the face? That was an odd thing. So both teams struggling early. Kurchenkov pull up midi. That's no good. Rebound tapped out. And Michigan controls. You can watch Lenderborg right now, dude. He is not moving well. Arizona's 0 for 4 from the field to start the second half. All decent looks outside of the block. Cadeau inside. Oh, that's Jaden Bradley's fourth foul.
They're done.
Jaden Bradley, the Big 12 Player of the Year, the senior from Rochester, New York, just suffered his fourth foul.
He's a 5'5" guy.
Oh, cool. We've talked about this so much.
I have not heard that.
I think you just got to roll. No, they bring in Delorso. I would have just kept Bradley out there.
Might as well at this point.
Cadeau with a beautiful feed as Adai Mara gets the alley-oop slam. And it's back to an 18-point lead. Mara was 17. Mara's dominated this game. Pete with a pull-up jumper. No. Krivas can't get the rebound. I mean, Arizona can't buy a bucket, man.
Yaxel literally can't move.
Yeah, I can't believe he's playing. Lenderborg has it. He's going to put up a shot. Yeah, launches a three immediately. And it's a 21-point lead. Lenderborg with 8 points on a half ankle. Kurchenkov with a little floater on the other end. Five points for Kurchenkov. Cadeau, he's been distributing well, finds Johnson for three. He can shoot it a little bit. Misses that one. Kurchenkov the other way to the rim, up and under. It's a wild shot. Like, the freshmen for Arizona just are overwhelmed. The one that looks the best is Pete, but it doesn't really matter. Good defense by Krivas inside. Arizona has a 5-on-4 the other way. Burries to the rim. No good. Put back, no. Now Michigan the other way. Oh, my God. This is hard to watch Lenderborg run up the court. Mara in transition. That's no good. Krivas with the defense. Here comes Michigan. Oh, that's
take foul?
I know it's not, but that is an intentional take foul by Elliot Cadeau. He just grabbed them to try to slow down the play. I mean, you knew Lenderborg was going to want to take a shot as soon as he got it. And he just let it fly, and he cashed it.
Former UAB Blazer.
23 years old. He's one of the old ones. Braden Burries. Nope. It's going to be an illegal screen anyway on Krivas. Arizona is unraveled. Cadeau over to Lenderborg. Another three. Another connection. This is incredible. Yaxel Lenderborg on one ankle and all buries a second triple of the half. He's got 11 points, Coop.
Well, I mean, that is absolutely absurd. 2 of 2 from 3.
Koa Pete the other way inside and one. Burnett with the foul. I mean, I don't know how Arizona comes back because Michigan is not letting up at all.
Safe to say the Wolverines are going to the title game.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I wouldn't say obvious. I was picked Arizona to win this game, but the way the first 5-6 minutes of the game played out, you can tell how overmatched Arizona was and how rattled they were, never playing a team like Michigan in this size before. because Michigan does everything Arizona wants to do, but they're doing it better tonight. Pete makes the free throw. 19-point game. I mean, if you're Arizona, can you get it back to 10 points with 10 to play? You're not dead if you can get it there. But making up 9 points in 6 minutes is not going to be easy. Burnett driving, deterred, and kicks it out to Lenderborg. Lenderborg's not going to drive to the rim like he usually does. I feel like he's going to be relegated to a shooter in this one. Turnover, Gal buries in transition to the rim. That's a goaltend, no?
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, okay. Goaltending called on Mo Johnson. I didn't see the whistle initially. Bodies hit the deck. Everyone gets up fine, thank goodness. We'll have our under 16 timeout. It's a 17-point Michigan lead. So despite the Wolverines getting it up to 21 points, 22 points, Michigan's 21, 22. Arizona's battled back to make it a 17-point lead. We'll see how this final 16 minutes ultimately transpires.
If we do end up getting the result we think, and it is Michigan versus UConn, how does UConn match up with this front of Michigan? I just don't know if they do.
I just don't think they do, because you look at, I know we're really thinking ahead here, Coop, but you look at the way that the Huskies play. They play small.
Yeah.
They play 3 guards in Mullins, Demery, and Ball. And the Wolverines play big. Caravan guarding Mo Johnson, I think he can do it. Reed versus Mara, fascinating matchup. I really will say this with a very confident face. Michigan, I think, beats UConn by a pretty healthy margin.
Yeah, I would agree as well, given what we've seen today. And it's not a knock on UConn.
I think Michigan's that good.
Yep. I agree.
Michigan's is that good. I think the way to beat Michigan is if you can match up with them in the front court, which is why I thought Arizona had a good chance tonight. And that's why you saw Purdue beat them in the Big Ten title game. Because you had Trey Kaufman-Renn, you had Oscar Clough match up pretty well. But I don't think UConn stands a chance, man. Don't know if UConn stands a chance. I will say I think UConn could stand a chance against Arizona. Even if Arizona came back and won this game, I could see UConn keeping it close.
Arizona coming back and winning this game would be nuts.
It would be mentally exhausting for him to listen. You can't say it's over. To use UConn as an example, they were down 19 in the second half at one point and came back and won that game against Duke. So it's possible, but Arizona's going to have to play pretty flawlessly down the stretch. $17-point game. Michigan has it. Lenderborg staying in there. You wonder how Lenderborg will feel after the game tonight when the adrenaline has worn off. How is he going to feel when he wakes up tomorrow?
It's going to be sore, that's for sure. Safe to say, if Michigan practices tomorrow, he won't be participating.
I guess they practice no matter what, but it is crazy to play and then practice. McKinney with a 3. And if you're a Wolverine fan, that's a sight to see. The freshman can light it up from deep. A 3 made by the Wolverines. Put Pete inside. Pump fake, fadeaway over Mara. Mara got a piece of it. Rebound, Owaka. And it's kicked out.
Did you see that?
No, what happened?
Lenderborg almost dove for it, but he just got up and was like, no chance.
Doroso, elbow pull-up. No. the length of Michigan continuing to bother Arizona. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Michigan ball. Michigan taking their time offensively. McKinney, pick and pop. Lenderborg, pump fake, back to McKinney. 3. Back-to-back triples for McKinney. 23-point lead. Pete attacking Lenderborg inside. No. Awaka, weak side rebound, put back. Yes. Arizona just can't get stops.
They can't get any stops. They've just got to keep playing through this, even though they're kind of getting the doors blown off in here.
I don't know what just happened, but Adai Mara rocking the rim. Two-handed slam. Step back 3, buries. Good. Finally makes one. The true freshman's been struggling all in the game long. 1 of 5 from 3 after that. 2 of 10 from the field. Cadeau, pick and pop. McKinney feeling it. Last 6 for the Wolverines. Free throw line jumper. You bet. The freshman's in fuego. 13 points for McKinney off the bench.
It's 8 straight for him. Well, I guess Meyer had the dunk, but 3 of his last 3.
I mean, Arizona's unable to defend at all. Pete swinging it to the corner for Kurchenkov. Hop step, jumper inside, fouled, reach in. How about Dusty May? Is May going to be thought of as the best coach in the country after this year?
No.
No.
It's Hurley. May is up there for sure.
I think May's top 3.
No, I don't disagree.
With the success that he had at FAU in back-to-back years, to immediately transfer up to Michigan and have them this successful over his first 2 seasons. I mean, they were good last year, even better this year.
It's just hard. It's just hard to argue with what Hurley's doing at UConn.
I would agree, but I think May could be argued as that second, third best coach in the country. Really do. He's that good, man. Kurchenkov splits the pair. Lenderborg sits down on the bench. I wouldn't bring him back in. There's no reason to have him play up 21 with 13 to play. He'll go to the bike to stay warm. There's just no reason to get him out there. I mean, he's having a hard time getting on the bike. This is insane.
He's laughing.
66-45. Cadeau, pull up 3. Yeah, that's going in. You stand no chance.
We'll see ya.
If you didn't think it was over yet, it's over now. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, they got it.
Tobey Awaka just barreling into Cheddar.
We might see a Bryce James appearance. I don't think he's played a second all season.
I don't think if he's redshirting, is he allowed to play?
I believe he can. I don't know what the college basketball rule is.
He doesn't
Because in football, it's 4 games.
Yeah, I don't know what the basketball is because I think they already said he's redshirting. Oh, Cadeau with another triple. Timeout, Arizona. Pack your bags. Back to Tempe.
Tucson.
Oh, Tucson. Bummer. Is Tempe ASU then?
Correct.
I thought that was Scottsdale. No.
Tempe, yeah.
Bummer.
Oh,
It is
yeah, he
a
can't
Wolverine. What, Jeff?
He can't play.
Who?
Bryce James.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Wolverine party in Indianapolis. My goodness. This is disappointing because I wanted a close game no matter what. Obviously, I picked Arizona, but I just wanted a good game. Unfortunately, not going to get it.
Behind the woodshed.
I just texted this in my group chat. If UConn wins on Monday, Dan Hurley might be the greatest coach of all time. How do you beat what we're watching? This Michigan team is unbelievable.
Does he win and then go to North Carolina?
This is a slaughter.
I actually don't disagree with that, though.
Like, what college coach?
Shout out Goon Jackson with the 5.
Shout out Goon Jackson with the 5. Friggin' A, Arizona, friggin' A. Yeah, I wish we just got a game. Outside of John Wooden with the UCLA teams, what run would be topping this one for Hurley? And then this one being the most impressive considering who he's going to have to go up against. I bet the spread on Monday night is going to be 7.5.
Yeah, that'll be big.
And that's no diss to UConn. If Michigan is able to beat Arizona by 27, what is the spread going to be for Michigan UConn?
There wouldn't be, right? Like, there wouldn't be a better run outside of UCLA than 3 and 4.
Correct.
Villanova went 2 and 3. Florida went back to back. Did UConn under Calhoun do? They didn't do 3 and 4.
No.
Duke did Kentucky back in the day. I don't know, but you're right. All that to say, if Hurley wins this, he's regarded as one of the best coaches ever.
I don't know how he's going to do it considering this Michigan team is just freaking playing at a different level, man. It's a 27-point game. Like, I don't even know if you can even get any hope. Like, Elliot Cadeau's twinking threes in your grill. It's over. And Cadeau's an improved three-point shooter, but he's not a good one. I mean, Adai Mara inside today has been unbelievable. Just deterring everything from a Waka, Krivas, Pete. Cadeau feeling it, wants it again. I know he does. Inside, lobbing it. What a pass.
Oh.
Mara looking like Shaq out there. Just dominating. $21 points on 9 of 13 shooting. Braden Burries gets the little floater to go. And the funny thing is, I tweeted out a couple days ago, I would like Adai Mara for the Heat if they couldn't get a guard or an elite guard, and Heat fans called me crazy.
You and Heat fans have been at odds this year.
Because they just don't know basketball, unfortunately enough.
Our guy Rebel Montana coming in with the 2.
Rebel Montana.
Says Arizona fans and Lakers fans are in pain. Yeah, it's a pretty unfortunate couple days for the Los Angeles Lakers with Luka Doncic getting hurt and Austin Reeves as well. Both expected to miss the start of the playoffs. And they have no chance to win a first-round series without those two. No chance.
Yeah. The streak will continue for West Coast college basketball. Just don't win. Since, Arizona back in early 2000s?
Late 90s.
Late 90s? When was the last West Coast team to win a national title? It's been since 2000, 2002 that, just doesn't happen. It's an East Coast sport.
Arizona's Arizona won in 97, and I believe that's the last time.
97 was the last time.
Because UCLA hasn't won in that time. Yeah. It's the last one.
Wow.
Is that not unbelievable?
It's crazy to think that, like, just East Coast, East Coast, East Coast, East Coast.
East of the Mississippi, man. Where CBB lives.
Hell yeah, Rebel Montana. Coop's going to be your one-stop shop for all things Lakers basketball over the next month
That's right.
and a half. Maybe more, maybe less.
Oh, less for sure.
What seed are they right now?
3.
Who would they play?
Houston.
Oh, man. Is it crazy for me to still say I'll take LeBron?
They actually could beat
Like,
Houston without those two.
The Rockets.
I think I would pick Houston, but...
The Rockets are terrible.
Oh, they're
man.
a bad team, but I think I would pick Houston without. I mean, LeBron's not scoring
The Lakers
40
are the
a night.
3, so Denver's the 4?
Mhm.
What's the difference there? Can Denver pass them?
It was 2 last I checked. Denver could pass them.
Oh, I actually got to pull it up right now. It's a half game difference after today's results. Minnesota's the 6th seed right now, by the way.
I mean, it's feasible the Lakers drop all the way down to 5.
Yeah, not 6 though, because like they're 4
Yeah.
games up.
Oh my God! If the Lakers play Denver in the first round, it's a sweep.
I think Denver's going to move up though. Who you got between Wolverine or Arizona, Sarah? I'm going to be picking Michigan. 27-point game. It's BTA, as 343 Film says. BTA. Lakers got the Mavericks tomorrow. It's a free win there.
No Reeves, no Luka, no Smart.
Does that matter?
No, we're tanking.
I was going to say. Arizona gets a stop as we return to action, under 12 to play. Arizona's got 1 timeout left. Do they use it the rest of the game? I say no. Does any team use a timeout the rest of the game?
No.
I say yes, because Arizona will go on a fake like 8-0 run to make like a 20-point game.
Or they'll use the timeout to take their starters out.
No, Arizona will inevitably go on like an 8-0 run that makes it like a 17-point game, and Dusty May will call timeout, and then Michigan will just go back up 25. That's kind of how these games work. 07 says, Wurgel ranked this Michigan team as the best ever. Listen, I don't know Michigan history. I am a big-time college basketball fan, so I do appreciate the sport and its history as a whole. If Michigan wins the national championship on Monday, I think this is the best Michigan basketball team in the history of the program.
It absolutely is. Including the Fab Five.
Like, the way this team has been dominant analytically in this tournament run, it would be an all-time season period, let alone just for the program. So I would say this is the best ever if they get it done on Monday night.
The Trey Burke team was great.
Another 3. Who made it this time? McKinney again. Burries can't answer. Rebound, Koa Pete puts it back up and in. I mean, it's a 28-point game. I really am at a loss for this result. I just thought these two matched up so well. Evidently not. Now, with that being said, Michigan is unconscious from 3 tonight, but it didn't really matter. It's not like Arizona's getting anything easy. Michigan's defense has been the story for me. Jaden Bradley with the steal. He'll go coast to coast. It'd be a blocking foul on McKinney.
Should we have seen this coming?
No.
Should we have zagged?
As good as Michigan has been, I don't know how you could see this coming. What zag are you talking about?
Everyone was saying it was going to be such a great game. Should we have zagged and said it was going to be a blowout?
No. I was the originator of this is going to be a great game.
You and everybody else.
I said it before everyone else.
Did you?
Yes. I labeled 3 games of the tournament. Cool. I labeled 3. My 3 games of the tournament they were all potential hypotheticals if they happened. But these were my 3 that I was like, these are going to be the 3 best games in my opinion in terms of styles, clashing, contrasting, meeting. It was Kansas St. John's in the round of 32. Game ended up being a banger. I'm going to shoot 1 for 3 on these, though. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I did say Kansas St. John's in the round of 32. My other game was Illinois-Houston, the Sweet 16. That game ended up being all Illinois. And then the third one was if somehow we did get Michigan-Arizona Final Four, that game would be a banger. And unfortunately, I was wrong. I wish I was right.
Wiroli was a third right.
Wiroli was wrong.
I think that might be the first time you've ever admitted that in your life.
That's not true at all. I admit when I was wrong all the time. Just happens so infrequently. Ball goes out of bounds back to Arizona.
That was good.
Thank you. I do say, I know, the Super Bowl for the NFL, you get a bunch of people in that same city for a week. The amount of, I don't know if you can say pound for pound, you get more of the same sport in the same place
the Final Four,
than
absolutely.
the Final Four.
I mean, basically,
every
D1
single coach is in the Final Four area for the weekend. And then you have agents. You don't have players, obviously, but, every coach possible is, at this Final Four.
How many D1 coaches are in the building, do you think, right now? 300?
So there's 356, let's say, around there, 327, somewhere in that range. I'll say in the building, I think it's less than that. But in the city of Indianapolis, I'll say 270.
I like that.
Out of, let's say, 330 Division I.
Do you have boots on the ground there?
Do I have boots on the ground? What do you mean, do I have boots on the ground?
In Indianapolis.
Oh, no, our head coach is not. So we're out. Mark Schmidt was there this weekend, though.
Of course he was.
Rico Bosco took a photo with him and said another person Woj did wrong.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Koa Pete launches a 3. Oh, I wish Koa did more of this during the season. Because if he's able to incorporate a 3-point shot into his game at the next level, he's going to be a fascinating NBA prospect with his athleticism and size. Under 10 to play. Mara with a little mini jumper. This game's so out of hand. We got NBA draft prospects just freestyling.
They're just showing off.
Mara taking jumpers. Pete from 3. Burry's taking sidestep contested 3.
Oh!
No one cares about a thing.
Just play this out. Straight 8 minutes. No whistles.
Love. Live, laugh, love. Michigan's shooting 12 of 25 from 3. That is ridiculous. 7 of 9 this half. Roddy Gale was so important in how Michigan went up early in that first half, missing that running layup this time. Arizona in transition. Bradley to the rack, absorbs contact and finishes. 21-point game. I thought that was going to be the fake timeout from Dusty May from the Arizona run. I mean, I give credit to the Arizona. They have not given up whatsoever.
No,
They've played pretty hard despite being down 30. Well, that's a foul. What is Kurchenkov doing? Guy's clueless. Can't believe the dominating force here. By the way, I'm reading up on this Brandon McCoy kid, who the 5-star who just recruited Michigan.
Nice.
6'4" combo guard. People are saying he's got a 6'10" wingspan. Outlier vertical ability. So apparently this cat is 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan, and he's got one of the most athletic profiles for a high school recruit that we've seen in a while.
Oh, boy.
So we're just going to see monster dunks next year in Michigan. People say he's an elite slasher, too. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, we got a super chat on the Michigan football.
Oh,
report.
no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got Yodes in the building. I mean, this is a celebrating super chat, and I can't say that it's a bad thing. I mean, when you're up this big, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
It's a celebration, man. It's a celebration over at the Michigan football report, as well as in Ann Arbor. Did you hear that it was Mara going to be the kicker for Michigan? What? Sarah, what do you mean by that? I don't know. But James Yoder says any chat sports employee who picked Arizona has to wear a Don't Know Ball t-shirt to office for a year. Coop, do you know anyone who did that?
I don't.
I don't.
You're staring at one.
I heard a guy that has a nickname that kind of goes along with Holy. Might have done that, but that's all I know. That's all I know. James, hope it's having a good time over in Indianapolis. Sounds like it's a party and over.
James, your Wi-Fi's not down, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, man. What an unbelievable blowout in this one, man. Just a dominating effort. It really is. It is a 21-point game. How low does Arizona get it the rest of the way? Is this the lowest it'll get, or do they get it to
13?
13 is the lowest it gets to
Yep.
again. If it gets to 13, when does it get to 13?
With like 2 minutes left.
Okay. I think if they get to 13 with like 4 minutes, they're like, well, this is the craziest thing in the world. I don't know. Well, Cadeau just threw it out of bounds. This would be, obviously, it's not going to happen.
It'd be the greatest comeback in the history of sports.
Yeah, it would top 28-3 in the NFL.
Correct.
30 points in the second half of a college basketball game? Are you shitting me? As Cadeau is whistled for a foul, and Jaden Bradley's going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Chance to get it back under 20. I did actually say to myself in my head, I didn't take advantage of it, I should have live bet Arizona spread when they went down 30.
Yeah,
Because I bet it was like 25.5, and I was like, Arizona probably does lose this game closer to like 18, 19 than 30, but Bradley, the veteran guard, transferred in from Alabama a couple years ago.
What are they doing?
Yaxel Lenderborg coming back into the game with 7:10 to go on this bum ankle. Shocked. Appalled.
That is not the move.
Bradley makes the second 19-point game. Now, on the flip side, Coop, the first game I thought went by very quick. I think this game is going extremely slow.
Dragging.
Yeah. Tipped off at what, 8:20?
8:15.
It's already 10, this
10:15,
Central Time.
yeah.
It's already 10 minutes. It's already 2 hours in. We got 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
Gale 3, no. Rebound, Arizona. Doloroso 3.
Oh,
no.
that has to go.
Awaka rebound. Blocked by Mara. What is Awaka doing? Why would he not kick it out? He's literally surrounded by Lenderborg and Mara. You think that's going to go well for you? 23 points. Now 3 blocks for Adai Mara. Just dominating the post.
Whereas Johnson.
Bradley, pull up free throw line jumper goes. 19-point game with 5.5 to go. Could say this one's confidently over. Oh, they missed McKinney on a backdoor. Unsung hero for Michigan today. Trey McKinney's been phenomenal. Roddy Gale thought about a three, drives right, gets inside. His bounce is evident. Can't get it to fall. Marez Johnson with the rebound. Ball loose. Mara picks it up now, and there will be a foul called reach-in on Arizona. Charlicia says, do you want the Heat to play in the playoffs? No, I do not. Lottery pick, please. Give me a lottery pick. There is no reason for the Heat to want to be in the playoffs. They would get swept in the first round. And give me that 5% chance to move into the top 4. Which, by the way, Coop, as I did more NBA draft research, I am more out on AJ DeBansta, Mara and one inside, being a winning basketball player at the NBA level than I've ever been before.
And that's because?
No defense. And he gives no effort. And historically, Coop, when you watch his tape, you look at the defensive numbers analytically, players that play his style of ball very rarely have winning NBA careers. It's fun to watch. He'll put up a lot of highlights. The offensive talent is undeniable. But in this day and age, you need to play both sides of the floor to be a winning basketball player.
Would you put him at 3?
I have a take. I could have him at
4. No. You're putting Wilson over him?
There's a world I would consider Caleb Wilson. Missed shot by Pete. Rebound Mo Johnson. I think early things could be shifted. I think I have Peterson, Boozer, Wilson, DeBansta.
Interesting.
I do. I tell you what, I might have Daimara in my top 10. This guy's dominant, dude. Mo Johnson spinning inside, missing. Foul on the rebound. It will be 2 free throws coming for Toby Awaka.
If the Mavs won the lottery, I want them taking AJ.
That'd be a mistake. It should be DP, man.
Then I would trade DP and Cooper Flag for Luka.
I would rather have DP and Cooper.
I would too, obviously. As a GM.
I'd rather have Cooper than Luka.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I've said this to you multiple times. This is not rage-based. It's not new. I've said it for a long time.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I don't know why you think I kid when I say this.
Because I trust your basketball opinion more than that.
Cooper Flag is that dude, man.
Cooper Flag's great. He's going to get bang jobbed out of Rookie of the Year, by the way.
Well, unfortunately, Con Knappel is actually like Klay Thompson on steroids.
He's having a great season.
No.
Flag's having a historic season.
Yeah, but Con Knappel is also taking his team down to the
He
playoffs.
is. And
that has to mean something.
It does. I agree. That's part of the equation.
And I know it really doesn't matter, but they're just giving Cooper Flag free reign to do whatever he wants. Con Knappel is playing within a system, dominating, and taking the Hornets potentially into the playoffs in a better conference, by the way. I don't think it's talked about enough.
The East is
how much better the East is better than the West.
It's better this year, and that's the first time in a long time that's been the case.
You can say the best 2 teams in the league are in the West, and the Spurs and Thunder, and I'd agree. But the bottom, the middle part of the Western Conference doesn't even stack up close to the middle part of the East.
No, it doesn't.
As Braden Burry's air balls a 3. Just not a good game from the freshman Braden Burry's.
This doesn't help his draft stock. Not sure it hurts it. Doesn't help it.
Cadeau working inside, swinging it. It's Cheddar. He'll quick release a 3. Almost airballed it. Under 4 to play. Jaden Bradley going inside. How does he get that to fall? Impressive finish by Jaden Bradley. "13 points on 4 or 5 shooting. I don't think anything would have changed, but it is unfortunate for Bradley in his final game in a Wildcat uniform. I think he doesn't have any more eligibility. That he was really hamstringed by foul trouble. That's offensive goaltending.
Okay.
I mean, it's trivial. They just counted a basket that Cadeau hit the backboard with a shot, and Morrow was touching the rim. How does that happen? You know what that tells me? Officials didn't want to stop play. Keep it moving.
Yeah,
Clock
let's keep it
ticking.
moving, fellas.
Are we ever going to have the under 4 timeout?
Yeah, we will.
Will we?
I think so. Yeah.
There we go. This will have foul. Is it on Cheddar? Talk about a way to spell Cheddar, by the way. T-S-H-E-T-T-E-R. It's European, but it's pronounced Cheddar.
Interesting.
So, like, you would think it's C-H-E-D-D-A-R, and that is not the case whatsoever.
Where's he from?
I have no clue. Sarah says, if I continue my career, do you think I could get a scholarship for Michigan basketball? I'm 15, on varsity. We won this year's championship. I won 3 others. Answer. Well,
why is she demanding an answer?
I wish you could ask a nicer way. But sure, why not? Good luck. Are you 6'2"? Got to be 6'2" at minimum. No offense, to play at the collegiate level. At Michigan's level.
Well, I imagine Sarah is a woman.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. That's on me.
Good luck.
Good luck, Sarah. Good luck. Sorry, my mind. Well, we're watching Michigan men's basketball. Mine was there.
No, that's fair.
Mine was there.
If Rolly was a 5-star right now, where's Rolly going?
In basketball?
You have the same NIL offer from every single school.
In America?
Yep.
What position? That matters.
That matters. You are a combo guard.
Like a 2 guard?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Wow, I don't even know what to I don't know how to answer this. I think I would answer.
I think I'm going to UConn.
I think I'm going to Alabama.
That's a great one too. He produces guards like crazy.
No, the Alabama guards have been phenomenal over the last 3 years under Nate Oates, and you get to play a fast-paced style. You get to improve your conditioning. You get to have freedom to launch threes, get to the rim. Yeah, you don't get a lot of mid-range game, but that's kind of getting phased out of the NBA anyway. I think I would answer Alabama for being a combo guard.
I like that.
If you ask point guard, I would choose Arkansas. Calipari's got it moving.
Yeah,
I'd go to Arkansas
PGs.
if I was a point guard. Combo guard, Alabama. Wing, Michigan State.
Still.
Love Michigan State. Give me Coach Izzo. Let me be on the wing. Big, I'll go to Duke as a big. Duke bigs work.
I'm surprised no St. John's or no UConn from you.
I could talk myself into UConn for big.
You wouldn't play for Pitino?
Actually, I'd go to the UConn to be a big. Even though Duke bigs usually work, I would not. I don't like Duke. So fuck that. I would go to UConn as a big.
I like that.
Michigan State wing, Alabama combo guard, point guard Arkansas. If for pure NBA standpoint, if I was like not an NBA guy, but like
you're a 4-year college player.
Oh well, then I
this is a different conversation.
Okay. Oh, so now it's
yes. Now we're changing the conversation.
I'm definitely still choosing Michigan State because being a 4-year college player at Michigan State is like sick, and it happens so frequently.
Be cool.
There's a lot of physical action between Kurchenkov and McKinney right now. Freshmen are going at it. 20-point game with 2.5 to go. 4-year starter at big.
Purdue.
Yeah, it's not a bad answer. It's not a bad answer. At guard, 4-year starter. Honestly, I feel like Arizona would be pretty cool to
That'd
be a
be a good
4-year
one.
starter there. Like, you're going to be good. Good weather, good program, good unis. Not a bad one.
Good off-court life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Name the last win to go to Michigan State. Miles Bridges. There you go.
Jeremy Fears is very high recruited.
Was he highly recruited?
Yeah. 4-star at least.
His older brother, Jeremiah. I don't even know. I haven't paid that much attention to the Pelicans this year. Has he
He's
done
been
good?
good.
Jeremiah's been good?
really good.
He's so freaking quick and athletic.
Been bringing him off the bench mostly, but he's been cold.
Krivas inside and one. Who have they started at the 1?
Murray.
Oh, that's right. Forgot he came back.
Yeah, Fears was the number 32 overall prospect. Yeah, he started. Jeremiah started about half the games.
Yeah, 90-71 with 2.5 to go. Just kind of putting a wrap onto this one. We'll have Michigan and UConn squaring off for the national championship game Monday night. I'm curious what the spread is on that. I'm going to guess 7.5.
I like that line.
Oh, Krivas with a block inside. Arizona still playing their starters. Kurchenkov spinning inside. Pete with a putback. I got to be honest. I think Kobe Pete should go back to college.
I was going to say the same thing. Is there a chance it happens?
He could be like the 18th, 19th, 20th pick. What if he comes back and proves as a three-point shooter, is the best player on Arizona next year, more efficient offensively, finishes better around the rim, improves as a shooter?
Could he make himself a top 10 pick?
Yeah, like next year's draft class isn't as like, oh, Krivas is missing a dunk, as highly thought of as this one, at least right now. So there's a better chance of being top 5, top 10. Minute 20 to go. Michigan dribbling it out. This could go down as a 17-point game, and it was never that close. Could go less than that. Burries with a pull-up 3. No. So far, Coop, shockingly, that the team that gave Michigan the most consistent trouble in the tournament this year.
Howard.
No, it was Alabama.
Yeah,
Alabama
that's true.
Alabama was up the half, and like that game wasn't a blowout in the second half. Like Alabama was always within 15. Michigan won by 13. Alabama gave Michigan the most trouble this year in the tournament, although it ended up being a double-digit win. I think this could go down in UConn 2024 levels. If Michigan beats UConn in the Natty by 15 plus, that's going to be all games won by double digits, with every one but the Alabama game being by 20, I think, maybe.
Dusty
If
May's
this
kid
game
is in.
20.
Let's see if he can make a 3 again.
Oh, who's this 32 cat?
That's a big boy.
Oh, my goodness. And then they just got Burnett out there, starting 2 guard. Oh, my God, number 7 is not. What is going on down there? Oh, that's so crazy.
That he's taking a shot.
Oh, I would be furious.
That's a joke.
They've got 4 bench warmers that never play, and a starting 2 guard, and the 2 guard that starts is taking the shot in the final minute. That's embarrassing, Coop.
He's got to know better than that.
That is a joke. By the way, this 32
He
guy,
looks like your boy.
Grovic.
Yeah.
I can't tell if the bench warmers for Arizona are that small or 32 is that big.
32's big.
It will be UConn and Michigan squaring off for the national championship on Monday evening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to foul. You could tell how little the refs wanted to call that foul.
I know, they
really got forced into that one. Really got forced into that one.
Just an ass kicking from the start.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Oh my God. Did you see Boeheim and Few were next to each other?
I saw they were next to each other.
Someone tweeted in caption, are they talking about Tiger?
Oh my goodness. This game's ending in blowout victory for the Michigan Wolverines. Bucket. Oh no. Oh, bodies go flying. Hopefully everybody's okay. Ball will be dribbled out. Michigan into the national title game. First time since 2018. Last time the Wolverines were in the title game, they lost in blowout fashion to the Villanova Wildcats. They will get an attempt to take down a Big East opponent as they will take on Dan Hurley and the Connecticut Huskies, who look to win their third national championship in 4 years. Dusty May, in his second season as Wolverines head coach, leading Michigan potentially to the promised land. What a game that we could have on Monday. Could be like this one. Guess we'll find out. Who you got in that one? Early question. Michigan or UConn?
Why not the Huskies?
Is that who you would pick?
I would. My heart tells me the Huskies. My brain tells me the Wolverines.
Fairs. I'm curious if there's a line out there yet. I'm looking at look.
I have not seen a line.
Michigan and UConn. Michigan, UConn line. Grok is telling me 5.5 open.
My sources tell me the cheapest ticket to get in on Monday, $200.
That's not bad at all.
Really not.
Wow. What a dominant performance from Michigan. We are going to sign off here. We appreciate everybody that hung out with us on both the Michigan Football Report, on Chat Sports for our coverage of Michigan, Arizona, from Illinois, UConn. Tyler Smith will be live on Monday with Jeffrey Cooperstein for the national championship game. Michigan, UConn to call themselves title champions of the 2026 season. They will see you then. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. For Coop, Rolly, peace out.